session. I welcome all of you most warmly to this graduation, the chaplain to the university.
We pause for a minute's silence to remember all those who have perished at the Grenfell Tower fire. Let us pray. Veni Sancti Spiritus, repli tuorum corda fidelium, et tui amoris in eis ignem accendi, qui per diversitatum linguarum cunctarum, gentes in unitate fidei congregasti. Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful and kindle in them the fire of your love. You are the one who, in spite of differences in language, gather the nations into a unity of faith. Amen.
Once again, I welcome you. Please will you be seated. Dr. Kai.
Pro-Chancellor, Principal, member of staff of Aberdeen University, family, and most importantly, graduates. It's my great honor to welcome you to this graduation ceremony I will begin with huge congratulations to our graduates and outstanding 2017 class for the effort that you have made to achieve your success today, for the knowledge that you have acquired, and the confidence that you are ready to embark on the next stage of your life journey with an abundance of ambition and inspiration. Your parents and loved ones are here today to share in this occasion. The support you receive from your families and friends is invaluable. I'm sure you are all truly grateful for all that they have done for you, though some of them might have plans for moving you out soon or converting your bedroom to a guest room. We also want to thank the member of staff of the university for their dedication to their students, their individual expertise in their subjects, and their determination to ensure that each single student reaches their full potential. Next, I want to use a few minutes to share 3 messages and hope you found them useful. The first message is about becoming independent. We've just thanked your families for their immense support during your university life. Bear in mind that from now onwards, you are in the driving seat of your remaining destiny. You need to figure out who you are and what your passion is. Don't worry if you can't find it immediately. You have only started on your journey. Your parents and early schooling give you a good base, and your university lecturers have tried to give you the context and critical skills to help you on your way. But the rest is up to you. Celebrate the moment when your parents say to you, like my father said to me, "I can't give you any advice. You need to make your decisions from now on and celebrate this moment sooner than later." The second message is about building good relationships with your colleagues. My experience taught me several important values. Be open to different viewpoints. Place trust in others and keep your own promises. Be honest with your colleagues, even if you disagree with them. Be willing to what others say and to understand their perspectives. Be unselfish and be reliable. To me, the last one has multiple challenges. This may mean work under pressure, deliver high-quality work on time, and be a person who helps out. The third message is about dealing with adversity. Today's graduation means you have all mastered essential skills and knowledge to form a critical view about the outside world, following the traditions of graduates from this university for 500 years. While you should certainly celebrate this, I wish you to keep in mind that in the future, you might encounter challenges. Try to see this as character building. When things go wrong, see them as an opportunity to learn and change them into future success. However, failing one thing that you are keen to achieve will hurt. The more you have tried, the more demoralized you could become. Then how do you move on? When you travel through life, try to celebrate every single new achievement, regardless how minor you think it is. You will realize that there are daily opportunities to do this, to reflect, learn, and improve. When you occasionally fail, as we all do, you will find the outcome is less important. Don't overanalyze yourself, as no one pays so much attention to your own failure as you will. The most important thing is to test yourself, try your utmost, and to be aware that self-improvement is a lifelong process. Jon Stewart, the US comedian, has beautifully summarized the relationship between education and our life. I would like to share with you. He says, the unfortunate yet truly exciting thing about your life is that there's no core curriculum. The entire place is an elective. The paths are infinite, and the results uncertain. So if there's any real advice that we can give you is this: university is something you complete. Life is something you experience. Love what you do. Get good at it. I wish you the very best success in your career, happiness in your personal life, and that you find your passion. Remember that you are always part of the Aberdeen family. We very much want to hear about all of your future achievement. So please stay in touch. Thank you.
Professor Hayes. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa, Mr. Donald Lamont. Mr. Donald Lamont is an alumnus of the university, a retired senior member of Her Majesty's Diplomatic Service, who has held high office through the years. Donald Lamont was born in Aberdeen as a former pupil of the Aberdeen Grammar School, and after undertaking a one-year studentship at Moscow State University in 1968, he returned to the University of Aberdeen, graduating in 1970 with a first-class honours degree in Russian studies. After graduation, Mr. Lamont worked for 4 years with British Leyland, including 2 years as the personal assistant to the managing director prior to joining Her Majesty's Diplomatic Service in 1974. He served in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office in Vienna, in Moscow, in the early stages of his diplomatic career. But in 1988, he was posted to the British military government in Berlin as political advisor to the British Commandant. For over a year, he dealt with a city divided by the Berlin Wall, his work including the aftermaths of escapes and attempted escapes, and he worked closely with the local authorities, the French, the US allies, and the military, as well, of course, as dealing with the Soviet embassy, a most challenging and sensitive time requiring the very best in diplomatic skills. Of course, the world changed on the 9th of November 1989 when the wall was opened up, and I'm sure this, for many of you, was a momentous occasion which many of us still remember watching on television as it happened. Now, his dealings with the Soviet embassy then changed to seeking to reassure and to cooperate in managing the role of the four powers in the process of German reunification. Well, following this posting, he served as ambassador to the Oriental Republic of Uruguay from 1991 to 1994, before being appointed as head of the Republic of Ireland Department in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. Now, this also was a most sensitive time. It was just 1 month after the IRA ceasefire, a time again for the need of the highest skills in diplomacy. His work was absolutely vital to supporting the continuation of peace, but he also supported the development and launch of the Irish-Scottish academic initiative, of which this university, the University of Aberdeen, was a founding member with the University of Strathclyde and Trinity College, Dublin. His next posting in 1997 was where he served as Chief of Staff to the High Representative in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, you may recall the post of High Representative was created in the Dayton Peace Accords that brought an end to the conflict in the former Yugoslavia. He was there to ensure that there was effective cooperation with other international organisations, including the Organisation for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the United Nations, the International Police Task Force with its very important duties, as you'll be aware, the European Union, and of course the United Nations Organisation for Refugees. And he organised the first return by the women of Srebrenica to their hometown, site of the massacre, which again, many of you like me will remember very well. Well, moving to his next post, from 1999 to 2002, he was Governor of the Falkland Islands and Commissioner for South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. Although this was after the war, it was still a time, again, requiring those very skilled diplomatic skills for which he was very well known. Relationships with Argentina began to normalise, and Argentine passport holders were able to visit for the first time since the conflict of 1982. A most tricky issue was getting agreement to the design of a permanent memorial to the Argentine dead at Darwin, and in addition to this, he also had to manage the visit as a tourist by the former Foreign Minister of Argentina, Guido di Tella. He achieved this successfully. His final posting in the diplomatic service was ambassador to Venezuela from 2003 to 2006. Hugo Chavez was president, and he worked with the president to resolve a number of bilateral issues very successfully. Well, Pro-Chancellor, on a lighter note, he convinced President Chavez to place Scotch whisky in the same category as essential medicines for the purpose of foreign exchange. And as a medical man, I hesitate to endorse his assertion that equivalence should be generally applied. But in this case, perhaps I'll say with a lower voice, it was worth around £20 million to the Scotch whisky industry. Well, following retirement from the diplomatic service, Donald Lamont was appointed as a Chief Executive of Wilton Part, an executive agency of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. He continued to work, he continued to help others, and was a founding trustee of the Venezuelan-inspired Sistema Scotland, and in 2013 became chairman of the UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, with its importance as we move forwards. He's also chairman of both the Falklands Maritime Heritage Trust and Friends of the Falkland Island Museum, as well as the Jane Cameron National Archives, and he continues to lecture at the university, all indicators of the very high esteem in which he's held by colleagues and those with whom he has worked. Pro-Chancellor, for his outstanding leadership all over the world for many momentous occasions we're all too familiar with, his service to so many and in so many different forms and over several decades, I invite you to confer on Mr. Donald Lamont the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Ego te utriusque iuris tam canonici quam civilis, doctorem et magistrum constituo creo proclamo renuntio, et in signum caput tuum hoc pilio orno, quod ut felix asumque sit deum optimum maximum precor. Dr. Briscoe.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you, for the award of the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa, Mr. David Stratton. As a graduate of the University of Aberdeen, David Stratton has gone on to do what we lecturers hope our students will do: combine their passion and knowledge cultivated during their studies and turn this into a fruitful and dynamic career. David has done this by bringing together two seemingly disparate pursuits: religion and television. With a Bachelor of Divinity degree and broadcast experience with the University Television Service under his belt, he grew his community channel for Aberdeen Cable into a fully fledged production company, Turn TV, and then harnessed the power and reach of broadcast media to produce songs of praise and other religious programming. In a city that boasts a number of bars, pubs, and clubs located in redundant churches, David found an alternative solution to bring the substance of his ministry to the people. But this outward-reaching dedication to service extends beyond the mere range of the satellite beam. David has demonstrated his commitment to providing opportunities for others. For example, Turn TV's Songs of Praise program has commissioned new music and new arrangements of traditional music, utilizing talent which would otherwise not have been seen had it not been for this platform. Furthermore, Turn TV provides the very cleverly titled In-Turn internships to recent graduates in media at the University of Stirling, ensuring that the newly minted have plenty of opportunities to succeed. Lastly, David's commitment to Scotland, and in particular the northeast of Scotland, is admirable. Instead of going off to seek his fortune in London, as many others have done, Turn TV is headquartered right here in the heart of Aberdeen, on Crown Street, with offices in Glasgow and Belfast. As a member of the board of directors of the Producers Alliance for Cinema and Television, he worked to prevent independent production shifting to London, remaining dedicated to the great creative talent and potential to be found right here in Aberdeenshire. Indeed, it is rare to excel in one area, let alone two. And David Stratton has spread the power and faith of the ministry using his talent in television production, all with a dedication to the northeast of Scotland and Aberdeen, taking care to provide a legacy for future generations. His contributions are thus of a significance and magnitude that I ask you, Pro-Chancellor, to confer the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa on David Stratton.
Ego te doctorem et magistrum honoris causa constituo creo proclamo renuntio, et in signum caput tuum hoc pileo orno quod ut felix vastumque sit deum optimum maximum precor. Mr. Whittington.
Pro-Chancellor, I present to you for the Business School Undergraduate Award for Excellence in Teaching, Dr. Laura McCann. This award is being given in recognition of her high-quality, engaging and inspirational teaching. Dr. McCann was nominated by fourth-year students in finance. Using the students' own words in praising Dr. McCann, they praised her for her engaging and effective lectures, creating an environment where students felt comfortable in asking questions, giving them the confidence to self-study the subject in greater depth. Her feedback was also noted as prompt, detailed and extremely valuable. They also appreciated the personal support she gave them and her welcoming nature, good listening skills, and offers of further assistance wherever required. Dr. McCann, many congratulations.
Domini Pro-Cancellari, Domini Doctores et Magistri, et tota Universitas, praesento vobis hunc candidatum, examine probatum, at gradum baccalaureatus in medicina et chirurgica promovendum.
Annuenti salatu placet promovere.
Ascendat Timothy Davis. I ask you to take the following declaration as your own. Now that I am about to enter the noble profession of medicine, I solemnly commit myself to observing its highest standards and traditions. In caring for patients and in the pursuit of scientific knowledge, I shall at all times and in all ways act in manners which show respect for human life and dignity. I shall always and only use my medical skills and knowledge for the good of humanity, in healing the sick and injured, in preventing ill health, in relieving pain and distress, in overcoming disability, in preventing untimely death, and in caring for the comfort and well-being of those who are at the end of their lives. I shall seek always to deserve the trust of patients. To this end, I shall be truthful in my dealings with them, defend their interests, show due regard for their wishes, preserve the secrets which they confide in me as their doctor, as far as my duty as society as a whole will permit, and act fairly between one patient and another. I shall respect patients' values, beliefs and traditions, especially where they differ from my own. I shall never abuse in any way the trust placed in me as a doctor. I shall seek constantly to improve my medical knowledge and skills, and to share these with my colleagues and students in order that we may serve our patients better. I shall carry out my professional duties, including teaching and research, with honesty and integrity. In this and other ways, I shall treat my colleagues in the profession and related professions with respect and cooperate with them for the good of patients. And by an honourable life in the service of humanity, I shall bring credit to this university and to those who have taught me. Do you take this declaration as your own?
I do. Ego autoritate quam sumi et potentissimi principes almae quic universitati amplissima mendoserunt. Te et in scientia et in medicina et chirurgia baccalaureum creo, in cuius rei testimonium caput tuum hoc pileo orno quod ut felix postumque sit deum optimum maximum precor. Professor Key, promoter of graduates.
Item presento vobis hos candidatus examine probatus ad gradum doctoratus in philosophia promovendos.
Annuentis sonatu placet promovere.
Ascendant Theolophus Acinipo.
Ego auctoritate quam summi et potentissimi principes almae huic universitate amplissimam endosserunt. Te in philosophia doctorum et magistrum creo, in cuius rei testimonium capitum hoc pilio orno quod ut felix fastumque sit deum optimum maximum precor.
Rafe Caragol.
Et te creo.
Rajenja Upreti.
Et te creo.
Item presento vobis hos candidatus examine probatus ad gradum magistratus in scientia promovendos.
Annuentis sonatu placet promovere.
Ascendant Anissa Ansari.
Ego auctoritate quam summi et potentissimi principes almae huic universitate amplissimam endosserunt, te in scientia magistrum creo, in cuius rei testimonium capitum hoc pilio orno quod ut felix fastumque sit deum optimum maximum precor.
Sayao Chang.
Et te creo.
Guillaume du Pontevis du Hoyset.
Et te creo.
Vanessa John.
Et te creo.
Simon Kellner.
Et te creo.
Sarah Kennelly.
Et te creo.
Hang Low.
Et te creo.
Zafira Mans.
Et te creo.
Pratapon Manchin.
Et te creo.
Alexandra Maple.
Et te creo.
Nita Kaliame Mohan.
Et te creo.
Sanan Rastamov.
Et te creo.
Muhammad Siniga.
Et te creo.
Item presento vobis hunc candidatum examine probatum ad gradum magistratus in scientia economia provemundum.
Annuentis sonatu placet promovere.
Ascendent Ibrahim Sese.
Ego auctoritate quam summi et potentissimi principes almae huic universitate amplissimam endosserunt, te in scientia economiae magistrum creo, in cuius rei testimonium capitum hoc pilio orno quod ut felix fastumque sit deum optimum maximum precor.
Item presento vobis hos candidatus examine probatus ad gradum magistratis in artibus liberalibus promovendos.
Annuentis sonatu placet promovere.
Ascendant Lily Lang.
Ego auctoritate quam summi et potentissimi principes amae quic universitati amplissim amendoserunt, te in artibus liberalibus magistrum creo, in cuius rei testimonium capitum hoc pideo orno quod ut felix fastunque sed deum optimum maxim precum.
Shanuka Gariwasam Korigada Kanana.
Et te creo.
Un Long.
Et te creo.
Emily Lowe.
Et te creo.
Colin Steedman.
Et te creo.
Qui honores meriont escendant Shea Anwan.
Et te creo.
Robbie Miskinning.
Et te creo.
Ashwin Noor Ibrahim Matimanti.
Et te creo.
Tuli Tali Ocelli.
Et te creo.
Kirsten Tia.
Et te creo.
Eleanor Rowbottom.
Et te creo.
Queemal Shal.
Et te creo.
Stephen Adam.
Et te creo.
Sarah Adams.
Et te creo.
Sarah Zarim Amir.
Et te creo.
Holly Anderson.
Et te creo.
Colette Cumming.
Et te creo.
Larissa Finlay.
Et te creo.
Ellie Henderson.
Et te creo.
Eleanor Kaniva.
Et te creo.
Heather McAllister.
Et te creo.
Michaela McCombie.
Et te creo.
Drew McIntosh.
Et te creo.
Fraser Mackay.
Et te creo.
Diane McKenna.
Et te creo.
Ailey Murray.
Et te creo.
Rian Simpson.
Ete Creer.
David Edward Smith.
Ete Creer.
Phineas Coolman.
Ete Creer.
Xiaoling Lu.
Ete Creer.
Avanthia Anastopoulou.
Ete Creer.
William Cairns.
Ete Creer.
Ryan Cowan.
Ete Creer.
Lauren Craig.
Ete Creer.
Andrew Douglas.
Ete Creer.
Juliana Draget.
Ete Creer.
Kellen Gale.
Ete Creer.
Spasmira Ivanova.
Ete Creer.
Lewis Jackson.
Ete Creer.
Christopher Kapoor.
Ete Creer.
Ida Koskinen.
Ete Creer.
Kyle Miller.
Ete Creer.
Elsa Pannanen.
Ete Creer.
Jesper Price.
Ete Creer.
Robert Rutnam.
Ete Creer.
Kian Solomon.
Ete Creer.
Chiquan Sterling.
Ete Creer.
Elizabeth Thompson.
Ete Creer.
Sydney Trengrove.
Ete Creer.
Thomas Wilshire.
Ete Creer.
Frederick Angus.
Ete Creer.
Rory Fenn.
Ete Creer. Now, moving to the front of the hall is Liam Dyker, and Liam will perform Westrine Home, which is a traditional song. Liam has just completed his first year reading for the degree of Bachelor of Music, and he sings in a number of choirs in the city. A member of the Aberdeen University Chamber Choir, he's also been singing recently with King's College Choir, Aberdeen, and earlier this year he was awarded the Margaret Cowlaw Music Scholarship, which he says was a great honour.
Westering home and a song in the air, light in the eye and it's goodbye to care. Laughter, oh love, and oh welcoming there, oh Isle of my heart. the Orient gay, speak of the riches and joys of Cathay. Oh, what a joy to be waking each day, at hey with my ain folk in Isle, and it's westering home and a song in the air, light in the eye and it's goodbye to care, laughter, oh love, and oh welcoming there, oh Isle of my heart, my own one. Where are the folk like the folk of the West, canty and couthy and kindly the best? There I will hie me and there I will rest, at hey with my folk in Isle, and it's westering home and a song in the air, light in the eye and it's goodbye to care, laughter, oh love, and oh welcoming there, oh Isle of my heart, my own one, and it's westering home and a song in the air, light in the eye and it's goodbye to care, laughter, oh love, and oh welcoming there, oh Isle of my heart, my own one.
Thank you very much. Professor Key, Promoter of Graduates.
Item presento vobis hos candidatus examine probatus ad gradum magistratus in artibus liberalibus promovendus.
Annuenti Senatu, placet promovere.
Ascendant Eric Frontzak.
Ego auctoritate quam sumi et potentissimi principes almae huic universitate implicimam doserunt, te in artibus liberalibus magistrum creo, in cuius rei testimonium capitum hoc pilio orno quod ut felix pastumque sit, deum optimum maximum precor.
Aisul Jangaushi.
Ete creo.
Christopher Gillifan.
Ete creo.
Mengzhen Hu.
Ete creo.
Kuifa Huan.
Ete creo.
Pirin Zhang.
Ete creo.
Antonia Leon Ortega.
Ete creo.
Chen Yun Lin.
Ete creo.
Ji Luo.
Ete creo.
Marcelina Mushalak.
Ete creo.
Asul Nomalham Betova.
Ete creo.
For the rest of my life, I'll be with you, stay by your side, honest and true. For the rest of my life, I'll be loving you. With all honor and love, I ask you, will you marry me?
Bettina Petrova. Joseph Slater. Dongtin Yin. Stoyan Yakov. Rachel Elliott. Amy Garner. Ilari Hapaseo. Oliver Sundram Panza. Jonathan Werry. Megan Lancaster. Luca Luz. Bartholomew Bazant. Ariana Lindberg. Agnes Norberg. Rokas Barnacus. Joel Yarvinen. Madeline Kennedy. Georgi Konyarov. Hannah Rogshash. Alexandra Sundmark. Agnieszka Gronvold. Valerie Moore. Edita Alexunita. Yulia Deriva. Mina Filipova. Kamil Kylek. Callum McGregor. Hamish Penman. Sophia Stefan. Charlotte Vassen. Olga Filimenova. Cameron Jeffrey. Carol Ambrocia. Callum Hendry,
Ete Creel,
Emily Owen,
Ete Creel,
Lydia Scanlon,
Ete Creel,
Jana Uvarova,
Ete Creel,
Anna Lenanda,
Ete Creel,
Cameron Dealhoy,
Ete Creel,
Xiaoming Gu,
Ete Creel,
Charlotte Lawrence,
Ete Creel,
Emily Lagenis,
Ete Creel,
Graham Smith,
Ete Creel,
Sarah Gunn,
Ete Creel,
Yasmin Bürger,
Ete Creel,
Amy Carpenter,
Ete Creel,
Mario Karampandov,
Ete Creel,
Bryony Lombardi,
Ete Creel,
Andre Menez Dot,
Ete Creel,
Dobrina Miliva,
Ete Creel,
Rafe Nabi,
Ete Creel,
Martin Needham,
Ete Creel,
Kieran Nolan,
Ete Creel,
Catherine Pattinson,
Ete Creel,
Victor Petkov,
Ete Creel,
James Gordon,
Ete Creel,
Laura Boyle,
Ete Creel,
Clara Domikos,
Ete Creel,
Josephine Carlson,
Ete Creel,
Hannah Sheriff,
Ete Creel,
Anastasia Kirachina,
Ete Creel,
Ewan Stewart,
Ete Creel,
Chizitera Igwe,
Ete Creel, Dr. Stratton.
Pro-Chancellor, Principal, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. This is a unique moment for us all. Even if you don't remember a word I say in the next 5 minutes, please take time to look around you and take in this moment the images and file them somewhere safe in your brain, because this is your moment. This is the moment when you look back on the struggle to understand what you were taught. The moment when you realize that the time is long past for those heavy feelings about needing to make last improvements to the dissertation. The moment when you can sit back and say, job done. This is the moment when you can feel really proud of the degree which you've just been awarded. When you can consider the value of the friendships that you've made here. When you can look back and think how much you've changed from the person you were when you first came to this ancient seat of learning. The University of Aberdeen, our university, has done us all proud today. I've been to a good few graduations, my own, my family's, and if you'll permit me to mention it, in my capacity as a board member of Aberdeen's other university. These are powerful and emotional moments. It's a privilege for me to be at the front and up here seeing the pride on the faces of your families and on those of your tutors, and the anxiety on the faces of the women wearing shoes bought specially for today as they faced the steps up to the platform. Being invited to be part of the ceremony came as a complete surprise to me, and I'm very grateful to my alma mater for the honour it has given me. It means a very great deal. Permit me then, as a fellow member of the community of Aberdeen graduates, to share a few thoughts with you about the journey on which you, the graduates who've worked so hard for your degrees, are about to embark. Because while today may feel like an end, it's actually a beginning. Firstly, keep your options open. Some of you will be itching to get out there and start the new exciting job that you've been lucky enough to line up, hoping that you've made a good decision. Some of you will be anxious because you haven't a clue what you want to do next. But to all of you, I'd say don't worry. Whatever the job is that you're going to now, the chances are it's not the job that you'll be doing or the career that you'll be following for the rest of your life. Indeed, the work that you'll be doing in a couple of decades probably hasn't even been imagined yet. I trained in theology and I was and am a Church of Scotland minister, but I've ended up running a business, a TV production company. I made the decision to change when I was a member of the BBC's Religious Advisory Committee. At one meeting, after a pleasant lunch with wine, they dimmed the lights so that we could watch and comment on some of their finest work. When the lights came up, the chairman was fast asleep. While the minutes no doubt read that the committee unanimously approved of what we had watched, that afternoon was the moment when I decided I needed to find a better way to make a difference, a way to get to the meeting points of money and ideas and strategy. I asked a senior colleague if he thought I would make it if I launched into a new and unstable career, not easy as a separated parent of 2 small children, and I'll never forget the advice that he gave. You will make it if you want to. I hadn't a clue what he meant then, but I do now. Backed against the wall leaves you no option but to come out fighting, and when that happens, you find the strength to try and try and try again. So, lesson 1, don't be afraid of moments which tell you you need to take a risk. Keep your options open. Secondly, read the newspapers, even if they don't seem to be of immediate importance. Keep in touch with the wider significance of what you're doing. I always read the notice boards when I was a student. It's what got me interested in how the university was run, and thus in student politics, where I learned so much. The job that you do will have a wider context, and unless you understand that context, you'll be less in control of your life. Over the years, our company has delivered hours of programs to all sorts of broadcasters. We started with local daytime for the BBC, but just in Scotland, and we've gradually pushed back the barriers to get to a position where we make for BBC Network, BBC World News, Channel 4 and Sky and all sorts of other channels. But the opportunities have been small because the broadcasters have a long tradition of buying almost entirely from London producers. Companies like ours were supposed to be not good enough for network. simply because we're based in Scotland, in Aberdeen, for goodness sake. If we were any good, we'd be in London. So we looked for allies to fight for change. We worked with Scottish Government and Parliament to explain the issues. We lobbied the Smith Commission for the creation of the democratic forums where MSPs and ministers would have the right to ask the BBC for statistics, and when those stats were published deep in the small print of an annual report, we dug into that small print and said loud and clear that it's wrong that the BBC spends in Wales and England over 100% of the licence fee gathered in Wales and England. We'll soon spend 90% of Northern Ireland's licence fee, but in Scotland has been spending just 55% of what it collects here. Oh, and as it increases that to 67% with the new channel, it talks of investing in Scotland. I beg your pardon, with 33% of your licence fee, over 100 million going south, who is investing in whom? And we've persuaded Ofcom to change the requirement for Channel 4's production from nations, so they too have to do more. In other words, we created the political pressure which has brought change in the rules and regulations and thus opportunity. So lesson 2, don't accept the status quo, don't accept any givens. Take a moment to read the small print and ask questions about the how and why of the context in which you're working. Finally, a good friend passed me the advice of his bishop when we launched our company. Take small steps in faith. When we began and we were making that daytime phone-in for the BBC and little 4-minute epilogues in Aberdeenshire and Tayside for Grampian, I never imagined that 10 years later I'd be in Tanzania filming an inspirational woman who'd walked 20 kilometres a day to fetch water for a BBC One programme that was made available to the G8 world leaders in Gleneagles. Or that at the same time I'd have wonderful, talented colleagues whose TV series arguing for change in the treatment of young offenders caused a major policy argument in the first Scottish Government Lib-Lab coalition. Or that 25 years later I'd be driving from Boston to Birmingham, Alabama to film Nobel Prize-winning physicists and philosophers for a series of films which would challenge the assertion of some well-known reductionist scientists that life has no meaning. But each small step has given me and my colleagues the confidence to argue for the opportunity to be more ambitious, and each success has given us the money to invest in building the team to nurture that ambition. So lesson 3, don't be so daunted by the mountain ahead that you miss the process of getting there. Just take small steps in faith. Oh, and finally, as you go out into what I hope may be some sunshine to savour your moment, try not to let the photographers persuade you to adopt a pose that you will regret in a few years when you're rummaging in the attic to find that cutting from tomorrow's paper to show your children. If you have been, thank you for listening and good luck.
Thank you. And please now may I ask you to rise and to join with me in singing God Save the Queen. The Reverend, the Chaplain to the University.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Amen.